When you go into the track 8416, which I'll say is probably one of the best tracks on the album. I don't know if you agree. I think it's incredible. And Sophie Wiltshire, the kind of guest vocalist there, from what I know, she's not even. I mean, I can't see that she's a musician. She seems like she's just another activist, which is awesome. I love the fact they've just got like another actress who seems, like she's really involved on there, and she's got a beautiful voice, which really
Yes.
adds to that track hugely. But yeah, like you were saying before about. Vegan Day of Violence was kind of most graphic. This was also another very graphic one. It's like, and it references that kind of thing what you were saying a minute ago. Like, we tried it your way, it got us nowhere. So it's kind of like, listen. Actually, it kind of, this track kind of gave me the impression of, when you get non-vegans being like, oh, you shouldn't advocate like that, you should do it like this, kind of
Yes.
thing, like they know it. It almost felt like the frustration at that, like it was almost like, oh, but if no one's going to listen to you if you do this, no one's going to listen if you do that, and it's almost like, well, we've tried it your way and it hasn't worked,
Yeah.
so
Have you listened
sorry.
to us? Yeah.
Sorry, now you got a massacre on your hands and you got to deal with it. It kind of felt like that, and then you've got that kind of that kind of gory kind of violence: flesh eaters to the saw, breastfeeders to the morgue, cut out my tongue, shut me the fuck up, like nail a carnist to the cross. Like, it's just like this crucifixion of carnism, which is just crazy. But then you also get Sophie's kind of verses, which almost I was trying to kind of figure out exactly what the messaging was there, and it almost felt like because it talked a lot about unity, didn't it? Kind of like unity of chains and unity of those in pain, and whether it was maybe kind of that kind of uniting of all those victims, all those animals. I mean, what did you kind of get from that?
I got the vibe from that it was like kind of like, oh, they can't help it. They can't help themselves. They're in pain themselves. So it's kind of like it gave a moment for empathy. It gave a moment for the activists to speak. And the rest of it is kind of like, despite all that, you can't help it. Like, you've got to be the victim now because you've victimized so many. That is kind of the vibe that I got. And you said that it's one of the best tracks on the album, and I do have to agree. On an emotional level, like, it really got to me because it was like a little space for the activists to share their frustration as well. And her voice, is beautiful. It's ethereal. It's really enjoyable, and it really emotively affects you. But yeah, that's the kind of vibe I got from the vocals that she had on this track. The story behind 8416 is actually a pretty horrific one. 8416 happens to be the number of a sow by the name of Olivia, and as you can see from the article headline here, was a victim of bestiality.
His name's Bradley some shit. I'm trying to find it, but yeah, that dude completely escaped conviction. That pig never escaped a slaughterhouse, and activists being chased after. That's the state of the fucking place we're in. That's why we write albums about this.